Yeah, guys, sorry about the loss, but you gave your all to the very end. What were your thoughts on the game?
Yeah, Melbourne did a great job, obviously being the intimidators from the start. We talk about obviously weather and a storm a couple of times throughout the game, but again, credit to Melbourne, they were relentless, and they kept running at every opportunity that we gave them. So, we sort of started off slow. They had a 7-0 run. We weathered that one, and they went on another little run. We weathered that, and we kept chipping back, back and forth, and in the end, obviously, Melbourne got the final run, which pretty much wiped us.
Yeah, I know you said last week it wasn't necessarily about just getting wins and losses. It was also about showing up and being passionate and excited the whole game through. Do you think your team did that tonight?
Yeah, definitely. And again, there's things that are still a learning curve in other areas. But the main thing that we want to try and be is that team that wants to show up and represent the jersey and give the community of Cairns something to be proud and supportive of. And then as we start to go through that learning curve and become better as a team, we'll start translating that over to wins. So there's a few areas obviously that we still need to work on. And once we sort of hone in on that, we'll start getting some more wins on the board. But again, I got to credit the guys for their intent coming out, wanting to try and play as hard as they possibly could.
Could you just walk us through the difference between the third quarter and fourth quarter performance from your point of view, that you thought things sort of fell apart with just for your team?
Yeah, and it was pretty much the theme throughout the game. I felt like there was uncharacteristic shots that we took. And then I felt like there was predictable shots that we turned down. We left points on the free-throw line. We didn't capitalise on stoppages down the other end to either not run a good set or just force the action again. So there's a couple of things, and again, it's nothing to do with anything else other than just the stress of the moment. We've got a couple of changed up our defensive coverage a little bit, and we left some shooters open. We too high on our pickup points in transition, and those were the guys like Delhi and Yules that want to get downhill. So it was just a couple of errors from our end, which again, Melbourne is such a good team that when you give them that little window, keep the door open just a crack for them, they're just going to barge right through it and capitalise on it. And credit to them, that's exactly what they did.
Just on pinned at the door, I guess he continues to play really, really well. How pleased are you with his performance and how it continues to just keep getting better?
Yeah, there was some hustle plays that he made. There were some errors that he made. But the good thing now is any of the errors that we all make, we're doing a better job moving on. And I think Keanu's been real mature this year in doing so. So, he had some hustle, he had some rebounds, he had some blocks, he protected the rim, he got after it. That's what we need from him.
You took a bit of a tumble there late in the game, but is everything fine on him injury-wise?
With Keanu?
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe so. I just spoke with the high performance team then, and they gave us a little rundown. He wasn't on it, so I'm hoping he should be fine.
And then just on McCall, every time he seems to have a really good game, it seems Machado's just a bit quieter on the stat sheet. What's the key, I guess, to having both your stars playing a complete game of basketball at the same time? Is there something you want to see from them?
I think we've just got to keep logging some more minutes with those guys both on the court. You can't force chemistry, right? So, the more we can get them on the training floor together, the more we can get them on the court together. The more they can start to build that synergy between them, because they've got games that complement each other. So we want to make sure that we allow that the time for it to nurture. Obviously, with Scott being out, we missed a portion of that. So now we're playing a bit of catch up.
And just with you, Zim, mate, what's the feeling on the court after that losing skid? You obviously won against Brisbane. You brought it tonight against the United. How do you think the team morale is at the time?
You said, how do you think the team morale is at the time?
This time, yeah.
Oh, it's tough. I feel like the feeling on the court was a little different than it was with Brisbane. I feel like United came out and put some pressure on us, and they kind of took us out of things. But we got basically a week of practice and stuff coming up. So time to really lock in again. I feel like that's a slight problem of ours, is we get away from things that we've talked about and the things that we want to work on, and we start getting away from it whenever we get pressured. So that's something that we really got to lock in on this week.
You've shown to be reliable off the rebound, back on top in terms of that per game. But in terms of scoring and that, is that something you want to focus on, making sure you're able to be reliable in scoring as well?
Yes and no. I feel like with the guards we have, especially with Scott being back, I'm most likely going to get some easy ones around the rim at the end of the day anyway. I feel like free throws are killing me right now. Personally, it hurts missing free throws. That's an extra, points I'm leaving on the board is easy ones. But today we had a kind of a, we were saying that we wanted to go into the post early and use me and hope spread out the court and stuff, and we kind of got away from that also. But yeah, I'm trying to be an option for everybody, help everybody out. I like to pass, so trying to keep the floor spaced is a big thing for us.
Got a bit of a break now before your game against the Kings. Zim, do you reckon practicing at the free throw line is going to be something you've been doing quite a bit between now and then?
Man, I'm going to be there all week. That and some touch shots around the rim, because I'm still missing some easy ones that could help us out. But yeah, I'm going to be living on the free throw line this week.
That's it for me, guys. Cheers.
Thank you.
And just following up on what you said before, Zim, I think the frustration's obvious in your voice. Did you feel like you turned a corner as a group the other night against Brisbane and took a bit of a step backwards today?
I feel like we're on the right track. It's tough because we still have yet to play with our full team, so I feel like every game we have another person coming in or another person coming out. So it's tough to try to get on the same page with everybody. But I felt last game was a step in the right direction. I feel like this game, it was probably something necessary for us, because last game, no offense to Brisbane, I felt like we were able to run our new offense and get things moving and stuff. And I feel like that helped us out a lot. But this game, they got us out of it, and that's reads and stuff that we got to see that Forde has already planned on and we've worked on. We just got to see it earlier. And, I feel like that helps some struggles on offense for us.
Forde, coming up, your first chance to coach against the Kings. Is it any sort of a different experience for you to look forward to that, obviously, with your history there?
No, or yes and no, but I mean, I get asked that question a bit, and I remember I got asked that question when I was at Sydney about Perth. It's one of those things where I've been very fortunate with all the opportunities that I've gotten. The opportunities that I got at Sydney were off, the experiences and the opportunities that I had at Perth, and obviously the opportunity I have here is off the back of my time spent at Sydney and Perth. So, obviously, we got to lock in. We got a week prepared for Sydney, and we got them twice in 2 weeks, but it's not any different as if we're preparing for an Illawarra or an Adelaide. They're rolling at the moment too, so we've got to make sure that we bring our A game, look after our bodies, and when we play those guys, that we want to give it our best effort. But on a personal level, no, it'd be nice to catch up with everybody, but it's another game that we want to make sure we just play our hardest and put our best effort forward.
You still haven't had one single game this season where you've had everybody available. Are any of Nate, JK or Kawat getting close for next week?
Yeah, Kawat and JK are very close. Nate probably needs a little bit more time, but we're hopeful, and again, we'll have more of an answer for you, as the next coming days sort of go by, and especially on the practice floor. But we don't want to use that as an excuse, because everybody's been inflicted with injuries. Everybody's got dudes in and out and COVID and everything on those lines. But it'd be nice. We want to make sure that when we do bring those guys back and we manage it properly, that they're good to go.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Any final questions? Easy. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.